Hey guys, it's Greg from GWA Auto Parts. I'm out here in the shop today. We're gonna work through installing a center console lid on the Chevy Silverado, Suburban, Tahoe, and a bunch of other GMC and Cadillac vehicles. So I have the console outside of the car. You can definitely perform this installation inside of the car. The reason I have it outside of the car is just so you can see it a little bit better. So what you're going to want to do is, with the center console lid open, you're going to want to pry away this plastic trim piece along here. So let me reposition this so you can see all of it. So you're going to want to pry away this trim panel here. You can take a flathead screwdriver or a pry tool, and you can begin to pry this up. It has a couple clips around the perimeter of it, so you can work your way around. So I have a little pick tool here, and all I'm gonna do is put it in this end here and push. And you can see right here, the pin came out here. And now I can take a pair of pliers and I can grab this pin and slowly wiggle it out. You can now see we have the lid with the retainer and the two springs. And we include all new hardware, so you don't need any of this. So let's take a look at the new lid real fast. So we include a spring retainer, the pin to lock the hinge in place, and then the two springs, as well as the lid, obviously, and then the cover, which snaps on. So now let's get into the installation. So you want to start off with this metal retainer. You're going to notice there's a spot with two slots and then a spot with a third one here. This you want to go face down towards the hinges, and we're going to put one side in there, and then we'll press this down and you'll hear it lock into place. After you get that done, you want to take the two springs and you want to take the end with the hook over here, and you want to go in on this side, and you want to take that and rotate it so it sits on this side of the plastic. Then you want to take the other side here, put it in here and rotate it, and it should sit on the other side just like that. From there, we're going to insert the two pins here into the two holes on the center console. You can see there's one hole here and one hole there. So we'll go ahead, and you just be careful when you're doing them because they'll come out on you like that. So with the springs in place, we can go ahead and line the holes up. And there's one in place. And then we have the second one in place. And then I'll flip this up so you can see. So now you can see both springs are in place. And now we need to put the pin in. So in order to put the pin in, you can slide it in from either direction. So it's best to start with the pin partially in, and then you'll slowly start to push on the pin and work its way through. Now you want to make sure the springs stay aligned because the pin needs to go through the center of the springs here. And you will need to kind of wiggle the lid as you go, okay? And then when you get to the end, you'll see there's a little knurled end that is still sticking out. You can tap this in with a little hammer, and you can use the old pin as well. And once that's in place, we can take the new lid cover, and starting from one side at a time, you can slowly start to clip this in place. It may take a little bit of force because the clips are kind of strong, so you want to press on both sides. And now you can see there, we have the lid locked all the way in. You just want to check the gap, make sure there's no gap along there to make sure you are all locked in place. And then once you're locked in, you can enjoy your new center console lid.